Good afternoon. These are kind of some of the differences. I'm just going to kind of show you between the Ford Escape and the Ford Edge. So real quick, the 2018 Escape is just over on the left. That's the black one. And then on the right, you have the red EcoSport. So similarities are going to be that they're both all-wheel drive. You can get front-wheel drive in both, but these two examples are all-wheel drive. So the red one, as you can see, that's the EcoSport. This one's just a little bit more narrow, whereas the black one is just a little bit wider. And the same thing goes for the wheelbase as well. So on the EcoSport, the wheelbase is a little bit shorter, whereas as I can come around over here on the Escape, it's just a little bit longer. So by having a wider track and a longer wheelbase, the Escape isn't going to be bothered by wind at higher speeds, and it's not really going to it's going to be a little bit smoother as well of a drive. Now that's not to say that the EcoSport isn't going to be a smooth drive. It's just it might get pushed around by the wind a little bit more, especially when you look at, they're both roughly around the same height. Interior space is really going to be the big difference. So on the EcoSport, the interior is a little bit more cramped. It's not quite as big and spacious as the Escape. So I'm 6'4", so I'm not really the best example, but I don't think I could daily drive this just because it is a little bit too tight, whereas an Escape, totally fine. You can fit 5 people in the back. It's not going to be very comfortable, and you can kind of see there's very, very little legroom at the back, and that is at my seating position. Now obviously I'm a little bit taller than most people, but you might move the seat up a couple inches, but even still, it's not going to give you very much rear space for those rear passengers. Whereas on this Escape, let's see here, unlock. This one is going to have a lot more rear legroom. So same thing with the seating position. That's where I would sit, to get the same seating position as the EcoSport, but there's a lot more rear space for the passengers. Now the hatch is another big difference. So in order to open up the hatch on the EcoSport, you need a little bit more space behind you. Just because it doesn't open up, it actually opens out. Some people think it's cool, some people really don't like it. It's kind of a personal preference. If you have a really kind of tight garage and you can't bring it up all the way, but you have lots of space behind you, then this is perfect. However, not usually the case. Most people's garages are a little bit on the taller side, but they might be a little bit shorter. Whereas that's going to be better for the Escape, because the Escape opens up, not out. And you do have a lot more rear space in the Escape as well. So that's really going to be the big differences. Drivetrain, obviously you can get the 1.5 turbo in both, or you can get the 2-liter turbo in the Escape. Escape's obviously going to be a little bit more expensive than the EcoSport. However, it just depends on what you're looking for. If you're just looking for something around town, just to basically as a grocery getter, EcoSport's going to be just fine. If you do like to fit a little bit more stuff in your vehicles, and you like going out on highway trips, and you are fitting a little bit more people into your car, I definitely recommend an Escape. It's just going to be a little bit more comfortable, and it's definitely worth a little bit more money for sure. But totally up to you. If you want to come in and take them for a test drive, we do have, I believe, 2 EcoSports and lots of Escapes, even brand new ones as well. But yeah, if you have any more information, definitely reach out to Janet or Tony, and either of them will be able to help you out with that. Thank you so much.